The Amish are renowned for their resourcefulness and commitment to a sustainable, off-grid lifestyle. Their ability to heat greenhouses without modern energy sources like gas or electricity showcases their ingenuity. Here's a deeper look at their unique techniques and practices. Number 1. Passive solar heating. Passive solar heating is one of the most efficient and natural methods employed by the Amish to maintain warmth in their greenhouses without relying on external energy sources. This process leverages the sun's energy in multiple innovative ways, which ensures consistent heating even in harsh winter climates. The core principle of passive solar heating begins with strategic greenhouse placement. Amish greenhouses are meticulously oriented to face the south, maximizing exposure to the sun's rays during the day. This positioning ensures the longest and most direct sunlight, which is critical in colder months when the sun's path is lower in the sky. Additionally, the angle and slope of the greenhouse roofs are carefully designed to optimize light penetration, especially during winter. To amplify the heating effect, the materials used in the construction of these greenhouses play a vital role. Clear and high transmission glazing materials, such as durable plastic films or glass, cover the greenhouse to allow sunlight to pass through while trapping heat inside. These materials are chosen not only for their transparency, but also for their ability to retain thermal energy. Double-glazed panels or multi-layered coverings are often employed to further reduce heat loss. Inside the greenhouse, heat absorption and distribution are enhanced using specific internal structures. The floors and walls are often painted with dark, non-reflective colors to maximize heat absorption. Materials such as black painted metal, dark stones, or specially treated surfaces absorb the sun's rays throughout the day and release the stored warmth gradually during the night. This mechanism ensures a stable temperature even when the external environment turns frigid. Another critical aspect of passive solar heating is the inclusion of thermal mass elements. Water tanks, large barrels, or even earth-filled containers are placed strategically within the greenhouse. These elements act as natural heat reservoirs, absorbing heat during the sunny hours and releasing it back into the greenhouse as temperatures drop. The Amish often prioritize water for thermal mass because of its high heat capacity and ability to stabilize internal temperatures effectively. The roof and sidewalls are often designed with adjustable ventilation systems, which, while not directly related to heating, help regulate the internal climate and prevent overheating during warmer periods. This system ensures that the greenhouse remains functional and productive year-round without requiring active heating systems. What makes Amish passive solar heating remarkable is the integration of reflective techniques. Inside some greenhouses, reflective panels are strategically placed to bounce light onto shaded areas, ensuring that all parts of the greenhouse receive adequate warmth. This method significantly improves the efficiency of light and heat distribution. Furthermore, to combat heat loss during the coldest months, the Amish often incorporate removable insulating layers over the greenhouse structure during the night. These might include thermal curtains or straw mats, which are rolled back during the day to allow sunlight in and placed back at night to retain the accumulated warmth. This entire process is a testament to how the Amish maximize every ray of sunlight to heat their greenhouses. Their passive solar heating techniques are efficient, environmentally friendly, and sustainable, making them exemplary for modern applications. These methods not only reduce the need for energy inputs, but also ensure that crops remain healthy and thriving year-round. Number 2, thermal mass for heat retention. Thermal mass for heat retention is a fundamental technique used to stabilize greenhouse temperatures by absorbing, storing, and slowly releasing heat. This method leverages materials with high heat capacity, ensuring consistent warmth in the greenhouse without active heating systems. Water is among the most effective thermal mass materials due to its high specific heat capacity, which means it can absorb and retain a large amount of heat. Amish greenhouses often include barrels or tanks of water placed strategically near sunlight entry points. During the day, these water containers absorb solar energy, and as temperatures drop at night, the stored heat is released back into the greenhouse. For maximum efficiency, the containers are usually painted dark to enhance heat absorption. In addition to water, solid materials like stone, brick, and concrete are integral to thermal mass systems. Floors or walls constructed from these materials create a stable internal climate. Dark-colored stones or bricks are particularly effective as they absorb more sunlight. The placement of these elements is key. They are often situated where sunlight is most concentrated, such as along south-facing walls or under planting beds. Earth-based thermal mass is another method employed in Amish greenhouses. Soil naturally stores heat, and when paired with sunken greenhouse designs, it provides insulation and heat storage. The use of dense, moist soil beneath plants enhances the retention and gradual release of warmth, creating a stable microclimate. The efficiency of thermal mass systems can be enhanced with proper greenhouse design. Amish farmers often incorporate insulated walls to reduce heat loss from the thermal mass. Additionally, reflective surfaces may be used to redirect sunlight onto thermal mass materials, increasing heat absorption. This approach not only ensures an even distribution of warmth, but also reduces the need for additional insulation layers. The slow-release heat from thermal mass elements allows plants to maintain optimal growth temperatures, even during cold nights or cloudy days. This practical, low-cost system exemplifies how the Amish achieve energy-free climate control in their greenhouses. Number 3. Compost heat. Compost heat is a powerful, natural method to generate warmth within greenhouses, utilizing the biological process of decomposition. When organic materials such as manure, leaves, straw, and food scraps break down, microorganisms within the compost release heat as a byproduct of their metabolic activity. This heat can reach temperatures of 120 degrees Fahrenheit to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, making it a reliable and sustainable heat source for greenhouse applications. In Amish greenhouses, compost piles are strategically placed near planting beds or along the greenhouse walls to create localized heat zones. These zones help to moderate the overall temperature within the greenhouse, ensuring the plants remain warm even during the coldest nights. Additionally, compost piles can be managed to release heat gradually by layering materials such as greens, nitrogen-rich items like vegetable scraps, and browns, carbon-rich items like dried leaves. Turning the pile regularly ensures that oxygen is evenly distributed, supporting active microbial activity and consistent heat production. Some Amish farmers enhance this technique by creating compost trenches beneath greenhouse planting beds. As the compost decomposes below the soil, it warms the root zones of the crops directly. This not only stabilizes soil temperature, but also contributes valuable nutrients to the plants over time. Composting in this way creates a dual-purpose system, providing heat and enriching the soil. For optimal results, Amish farmers often use animal manure, especially from cows or horses, due to its high nitrogen content, which accelerates decomposition and heat production. By maintaining the right moisture balance, neither too dry nor too wet, the compost pile avoids odor issues while maintaining efficient heat output. Another technique involves placing compost in dedicated bins within the greenhouse. These bins are insulated to trap the heat generated and release it steadily into the surrounding air. Insulated bins work well in smaller greenhouses where space is limited, but consistent heating is needed. Additionally, heat from compost piles can be redirected to warm water systems. Coiled pipes filled with water can be laid inside or near the compost pile. As the compost heats, the water in the pipes warms up and can then be circulated to other parts of the greenhouse. This method not only heats the greenhouse air, but also prevents water used for irrigation from freezing during colder months. The compost heat method exemplifies the Amish's efficient use of natural resources, reducing the need for external energy inputs. It transforms waste materials into a sustainable, self-contained heating system that keeps greenhouses productive year-round. This practice demonstrates how traditional knowledge can meet ecological and practical needs in innovative ways. Number 4. Cold frames and hotbeds. Cold frames and hotbeds are low-tech yet highly effective tools for creating a stable, warm environment for plants in cold weather. Cold frames are essentially mini greenhouses, constructed with a transparent cover and a simple frame designed to trap sunlight and hold heat. Amish farmers often position cold frames on the south side of their greenhouses to maximize exposure to the sun. The frames are made from durable materials like wood, metal, or stone, with clear panels of glass or plastic that allow sunlight to penetrate while retaining heat. Some are built with angled tops to capture more sunlight during the shorter days of winter. Hotbeds, on the other hand, use natural heat generated by decomposing organic material. By layering manure or compost beneath a planting bed, Amish farmers create a heating system that warms the soil from below. This setup works particularly well in early spring or late fall when outdoor temperatures drop significantly. The decomposition process releases consistent heat, which keeps the root zone of plants warm and encourages growth. Combining these two systems enhances their effectiveness. For example, a cold frame can be placed over a hotbed to double the insulation and heating effect. This combination allows for early germination in seeds or protection of cold-sensitive plants during frosty nights. Amish farmers also line the edges of cold frames with straw bales for additional insulation, ensuring the interior stays warm even in extreme cold. By leveraging these simple, natural systems, the Amish extend their growing seasons and ensure steady plant development year-round. Number 5. Insulation and wind protection. Insulation and wind protection are essential techniques used by the Amish to maintain warm and stable greenhouse conditions during harsh winters. To minimize heat loss, they use straw bales as an efficient insulation material. These bales are densely packed and arranged along the base and lower walls of greenhouses. Straw's natural air pockets provide excellent thermal resistance, effectively trapping warmth inside while preventing cold drafts from entering. For wind protection, natural windbreaks such as hedgerows, rows of trees, or tall wooden fences are strategically positioned around the greenhouse perimeter. These barriers can reduce wind speeds by up to 50%, significantly decreasing the rate at which heat escapes from the greenhouse. By creating a sheltered microclimate, these windbreaks also help moderate the outdoor temperature surrounding the greenhouse, further stabilizing internal conditions. The Amish often reinforce insulation by incorporating removable thermal blankets or curtains inside the greenhouse. These are placed over glazing or walls at night to trap accumulated heat and are removed during the day to allow sunlight penetration. Clear, double-layered plastic sheeting is another key element. It creates an insulating air gap between layers, reducing heat exchange while allowing light to enter. In some cases, earth berms, mounds of soil, are constructed along windward sides of the greenhouse. These natural barriers block direct cold winds and add a layer of ground insulation. Together, these methods ensure minimal heat loss and long-term sustainability without external energy dependence. Number 6. Crop selection for winter growing. The Amish carefully select crops that thrive in winter to ensure continuous production in their greenhouses. Their approach focuses on resilient, cold-hardy plants that can withstand freezing temperatures while maintaining strong growth. Spinach is one of the most reliable choices, as it not only survives but also grows sweeter in cold weather due to the natural conversion of starches to sugars. Similarly, kale performs exceptionally well, with some varieties capable of thriving even after light frosts, which enhances their flavor profile. Root vegetables like carrots and beets are also staples in Amish winter greenhouses. These crops are well suited for cold soil conditions and can be harvested gradually over time. Beets, in particular, can survive sub-zero temperatures when adequately mulched, making them ideal for extended growth seasons. The Amish favor crops such as mache, corn salad, and arugula, which germinate in low temperatures and require minimal sunlight to flourish. These leafy greens grow quickly and can be harvested repeatedly, providing a constant supply of fresh produce. To ensure productivity, the Amish use succession planting techniques. They stagger planting dates so new crops are always growing as others are harvested. This ensures that greenhouse space is utilized efficiently year-round, and there is no interruption in food supply. This strategy, combined with careful crop rotation, also helps maintain soil health and prevent disease buildup. By focusing on frost-tolerant varieties and timing their planting cycles precisely, the Amish maintain thriving greenhouses through even the harshest winters. This careful selection ensures resilience, high yields, and superior quality produce. Number 7. Renewable heating additions. Renewable heating additions used by the Amish in their greenhouses demonstrate the integration of innovative, sustainable systems. One such approach is the use of solar heat sinks. These systems involve burying heat-absorbing materials, such as black-painted metal pipes or gravel-filled tubes, under the greenhouse. During the day, these materials collect and store solar heat. At night, the stored warmth is released, maintaining a consistent temperature for the plants. Another technique involves biomass heating, which utilizes agricultural or organic waste. Small biomass burners, occasionally implemented in larger greenhouses, burn wood chips, straw, or crop residues to produce heat. The warm air or water generated is distributed through the greenhouse using passive systems like thermal siphons, avoiding the need for electric pumps. Geothermal heating is another renewable solution employed by some Amish communities. By installing shallow trenches or geothermal tubes beneath greenhouses, they capture the Earth's stable underground temperature. This method reduces temperature fluctuations and keeps the greenhouse warm during cold nights. The use of biogas is an additional renewable practice. Manure and organic waste are decomposed in sealed digesters, producing methane gas. This gas can be burned in small, controlled stoves to generate heat. Though less common due to its complexity, it aligns with the Amish ethos of recycling farm waste. These renewable heating additions not only reduce dependency on fossil fuels, but also create self-sustaining systems that enhance agricultural productivity. The Amish's meticulous integration of these systems showcases their adaptability and commitment to ecological harmony. Number 8. Efficient greenhouse maintenance. Efficient greenhouse maintenance among the Amish is rooted in proactive practices and attention to detail, ensuring consistent performance. Regular inspections are critical. Every day, Amish farmers examine the structural integrity of the greenhouse, including glazing panels, frames, and insulation layers, to identify potential heat loss points or damage. Any tears in plastic sheeting or gaps in insulation are promptly repaired to prevent temperature fluctuations. Seasonal adjustments play a significant role in maintaining greenhouse efficiency. In colder months, extra insulation materials, such as straw mats or thermal curtains, are added to retain warmth. These materials are removed in warmer seasons to prevent overheating. Ventilation systems, often manually operated, are closely monitored and adjusted to maintain optimal airflow while avoiding unnecessary heat escape. The Amish also prioritize cleaning and organization. Debris, such as fallen leaves or dirt, is removed from thermal mass surfaces like water barrels or stone floors to ensure maximum heat absorption. Compost piles, if present, are regularly turned to maintain aerobic decomposition and consistent heat output. Plant health monitoring is integrated into maintenance routines. Healthy crops ensure the greenhouse ecosystem functions effectively, reducing the risk of pests or diseases that could disrupt growth cycles. By combining routine inspections, timely adjustments, and a focus on plant care, Amish greenhouse maintenance exemplifies a holistic approach to sustainable agriculture.